It was something you were gifted with, as I recall, before your fall. You formed such attachments easier than most, even to those who could feel the Force only faintly. Even Vrook could not ignore it, which is saying something. I do not know. A bond between two living beings is not something easily broken. It is not a choice. It is like breaking a feeling, like turning away from the Force. To break a bond, your feelings would have to change, or one of you would have to die. But even then, the bond wouldn't go away. It would simply be empty, a wound. One of you would have to die, but even then, the bond wouldn't go away. It would simply be empty, a wound. Very well. They have scattered. In such... Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan brought from the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them. No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings. It is easy to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is something wrong in us and our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me, so I left the Council. And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now? I have nothing more to say. It provides no comfort at all, for reasons on which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed. But we have spoken enough, I think, and words, I think, dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. This form you may have already seen much of during the Mandalorian Wars, but it is fitting to speak using elements of the past, I think. Ataru is the name given to the movements of this form. Though it is aggressive, it is focused, and its best use is in combat against a single opponent. This form is somewhat less useful in deflecting blaster shots. Use it when dealing with opponents in close combat, not against a battalion firing heavy blasters at you. Perhaps exile has been good to you indeed. It has certainly not dulled your instincts, nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. If you gather the others, I will meet you there. And thank you, exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.
Taraccio. Punto. Kita punta ciwi. Tak. So, well, there is plenty.
I am listening. Just say the word. I am ready. Wait here. I think maybe you should let me...
Teacher.
Maria. Donos Imaragith. Wanarako. Donos Imarag. Loka Kamaran. Donos Imaragith. Loka Kamaran and Donos Loka.
Oh. Why I'm not.
Yeah, maybe if the...
Oh, why? Oh.
Kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupanaret atamakcha.
Babos ka. Do. Gaba. Kap. Tong. Tonin. Kawana bota yung tatanga kinamatura. Tayaita. Tapos nanhansata. Kawana bota yung tatanga kinamatura. Tayaita. Tapos na...
Kavadumpen.
Yes. Now. There. Forever. Compassion and mercy.
Kavadun.
Yes. There is the destruction of my yacht, but perhaps the offer of credits will spur you toward every system you stabilize. I see that. What have you brought? And there, if it's the, it is if I perhaps then stop. Yes, as anxious. There is you. It has been estimated for this you it's in it. How droll! What an amuse. Yes, why? If you mean I'm now I'm now. What have you brought? You. A common friend. I and that it is unless that it. Yes, I am willing to. What about him? I want you. There is done to get the on it of it. I perhaps. Yes, I am with. So, perhaps I. But that it is. I will concede Visquis was effective. Indeed.
Yes, that's everything.
Baboska.
The Sirocco killed a nut.
Ready.
I am ready. Yes, is
Status.
I am
active.
listening.
Are you one of Sakwesh's men? I owe Sakwesh. Thank you.
Monsicuno po. Kawana po ta kometa ka playa justi. Unta
Greetings. Oh, we were expecting... He's late. I hope... Thank you. To be honest, I don't even... 50... I was afraid of... Thank you.
Welcome, traveler. My name's Hu. I see you've got the... And those two have a truce. Only... Okay, if you could convince either the exchange... Thank...
Another refuge? What? How did you do this? You've given me my husband back, stranger.
Hey. Because... Yes. You need a pilot's license.
Yes. Stealth field active.
Something you need of me?
Ready.
I'm listening.
Status.
Something I am ready. Defend yourself! Everyone, on their guard!
Who are you? A dog. Really? Oh.
Must be paid. We can't allow.
Defend yourself! This one is mine.
If the exchange...
This is Sarek. That's a laugh. All right.
heard you. Fine. Yeah, what is... No.
Did you find us a... Please.
Thanks for taking care of Sock. You wiped out all of the Sarah. With the... You've already... Thank you for help. Oh, hello. Good luck.
I heard the oath. Are you the one who killed...
Thank you so much.
Hey, any luck? Thanks for your...
Did you find us a... Please.
I used to serve in the Mandalorian Wars.
Did you hear? The Republic's Goto's yacht was fired on by a Republic warship.
Ubapos. Yunasiwa. Taracho. Kawana. Gavatumpa.
Aida!
That is...
It's strange you came by when you did. I'll remember. Aida! Shh. Of course, of course. It's true. I'll Aida!
But...
Shh. It's strange you came by when you did. I'll Aida! Shh. Of course, of course. It's true. I'll Aida! Shh. It's strange you came by. I'll
I'm done with fighting. I've seen enough.
Keep... Huh? Keep...
So it seems one does... It
may seem, I am honored to have seen a Jedi behave as a Jedi. As you would. Yes? That... No, it is but to hate Jedi, and yet it is... The problems...
I heard the Overseer kidnapped Nadar's daughter. Life is much... Are you the one who killed the Overseer?
What did I fight for? To starve here on Nar Shaddaa?
Did you hear? The Republic... Haven't heard anything. Haven't heard anything.
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
Meditation envy?
Why don't you go sit on a rock?
Calm down. What is your problem?
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, you know, Atten, sometimes it's no wonder you can't figure yourself out the way you lie to yourself all the time. I've hunted a lot of people in my line of work, but I never met someone who wants to get lost more than you do. I've got a pretty good idea why, but not the whole picture. I will, though. My advice? Come clean before I find out. And stop watching her. She's got enough problems.
Do you need a hand?
No, I don't. Go back to your training. I'll call you if I need someone useless.
Is there some problem? I was only offering to help.
Problem? No, no problem. Just wondering how long you're planning to stick around.
For as long as she needs me, of course.
How heroic of you. Well, she doesn't need you. In fact, we were doing just fine until you showed up.
Actually, there are times when it seems you could use some...
Always with the details, aren't you? You can't fool me. You have some agenda. Spying on her. Always keeping your eye on her.
No, I don't. I simply admire her. She has many qualities worthy of respect, and a strength that matches her beauty. Surely you've noticed.
Yeah, and I noticed first. Get it? So cut it out. And another thing, stop being all noble around her in your big hero way. She sees right through your little act. She likes honest guys, not guys that run around being unselfish and heroic all the time.
I thought she was the hero. We travel to, the more questions I have. It's not just the hardships of the people, but something more. You are right. The attacks on KOTOR.
Oh, hey. Your face. It's like you're calm. Oh, well, from... You know, hooked up a power couple. Did you get out much as a Jedi? Got it. Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead. It's all this traveling. I'd rather be doing something, somewhere. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been. Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest. It's got a life to it. Activity. Aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Yeah, well... no thanks. You can... Yeah, something wrong? Look, before we get in... talk. Sure, they're easy. That's why I dress like this. When they're looking down to check you out, you can usually smash them on the base of the skull or deliver an up. It's simple. When you want a man, you jab him with a boffin stunner, then while he's screaming in pain, then starve him for 2 or 3 days until he becomes open to suggest. Call it what you want. Yeah, something. Talk. Why, you trying to be my mother? No thanks. Hanhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not a... It's like he's out... I didn't kill him once. That's a long story. Yeah, something... Go ahead. I've killed people. I know. I don't know. I don't like it. Yeah, something... Talk. Go ahead. Look, before... Talk... That... It's an... Go. It's all the... I'd rather we do... It's gotta... No thanks. Yeah, something... Look, before we... I didn't... Go ahead. Oh, Jedi don't have... Get away from me. What do you want? Whatever, don't worry about it. Yeah, well, they're dead. But not everybody's story has to end with losing their family. There's a lot of lost people out there. Scattered ever since the... And maybe, just maybe by... Maybe. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Yeah, something... Yeah, more or less. Well, the war happened. It's what happens after... I think so. Me? I got past it. Take a guess, Jedi. Only 2 groups of people would have lost family. As much as any slave becomes a Mandalorian. When I was young, yeah. They mostly used me to carry... They taught me to fight, to hunt, to survive. After Malachor... Yeah. That kind of stays with... Should I be? Maybe it felt... Yeah. That kind of stays with you. I haven't forgotten it. Should... Maybe... Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead. I didn't kill. Do you really want to hear this? Well, Hanhar and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some... I don't remember the name. Something with too many K's and Y's. It sounds like you're gargling rhyme. No idea. He's just... Hanhar. I get the impression he's not a good representative of his people, though. He's the equivalent of a madcap hound. Some of Voga the Hutt's men said Hanhar killed his own tribe, but those 2 crud thugs lie every time they open their mouths, so who... Well, not for long. Once off planet... I don't know. Well, before you get too proud of him, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery. You ever hear of Dursan 3? Or the ID cluster colony? Right, that's because Hanhar happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld. He's not a bounty hunter. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to... anyone who paid credits. And sometimes, he just hunted humans for sport. The ones who survived, he sold to the exchange, to the huts, to anyone. He and Voga used to do big credit transactions. That hut really liked the look of unwrinkled humans for some reason. I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his... I don't pretend to understand it, but somewhere along the line, his people form these things called life debts. If you save... Well, with Hanhar, he can't escape that life debt. It's bred into him. But so when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like... A life debt to Hanhar is a death sentence. He'll hunt you, and so he kept chasing me in hopes I would die. I think the fact I showed him... Probably. But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanhar would probably go mad. He was angry before, sure, but he'd be 10 times worse if that happened. Hanhar's tough. Really tough. Seen him shrug off blaster bolts, boff and stunners. And even... Tell me about it. Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my and he always did. Trust me, if he was still alive, and he always shows up at the worst possible time. He was one of the best bounty hunters on... Well, as happens on Nar Shaddaa, I made some... Turns out they were even able to get him cheap. He'd heard about me and wanted to hunt me down, for sport. Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover... I think he'd hoped to drive me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try. Thing is, I knew Hanhar's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was I figured that would buy me enough time to move... No, it isn't. I spent most of my childhood hauling mines and munitions. Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by. I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section, and he survived. He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. I had the drop on him, and even blind, he knew it. He could still hear me. My ears were... I think he was begging me to let him live. I suppose I should have killed him, but I couldn't do it. He was in pain, and he kept hunting me ever since. That I would always... Maybe. I've thought about that moment. Yeah, something wrong? Talk. Sure, that's why...